All right, welcome back to Guys Gabbin' Gridiron and our last mid-season review segment. We are going to talk about our MVP candidates in this episode. So, when we approach this topic, there is what we think will happen and what we think should happen, and those are not always the same thing. And that is the case for me as I go through my MVP candidates. I'm going to give my top 5 how I would vote if the season ended today. I'm going to start at the top with a bit of a surprise. My vote for MVP if the season ended today would be Justin Jefferson. This might be a bit of a surprise, but let me present my case on this. He had his signature moment against the Bills whenever he caught that pass that kept the Vikings in the game, was on the road against a great team. He's been making those type of he's had these type of games all year, is what I mean. Just people will talk about Tyreek Hill and all the yards, but keep in mind, entering week 11, Jefferson has played one fewer game than Hill, and with 88 or more yards, he would tie or pass Hill in terms of yardage. And also consider Hill has Waddle, Gesicki on the other side. Jefferson is complemented by an aging Adam Thielen and a seemingly anonymous Irv Smith at tight end. I know Kevin O'Connell is a good offensive coach and all that, but just the playmaking ability Jefferson has, I would give him my MVP vote right now because he's taken this offense to another level and helped the Vikings become the team with tied for the best record in the league. Next up, my number 2 choice on my MVP ballot is Patrick Mahomes for obvious reasons. He leads the league in passing yards, throws a bunch of touchdowns, just doing his thing as he usually does. He probably is going to win this award at this pace. But just because I think that's what will happen, and I think that's what should happen. Maybe I'm just being a contrarian and wanting a receiver to win because a receiver has not won so far in the history of the league. But that's why we have this show. It's my opinion. I uttered it. Deal with it. Number 3 would be the aforementioned Tyreek Hill, who has helped take the Miami offense to another level. There's no question they wouldn't be where they are unless he was in the fold. So, yeah, we got to give him some love here. Number 4 on my ballot, Allen, simply because he accounts so much of that often. Through the air, on the ground, he does it all. However, all of his turnovers are going to keep him from winning this award. The key red zone interceptions and all of the fumbles that he has. Such an immensely talented player, but ultimately just not going to win the award for that reason. Number 5 was a tough choice between Saquon Barkley, Lamar Jackson. You could make many of the same arguments for Lamar that you make for Allen, but personally, I got
Ah, damn it, we froze up again. So after you said Josh Allen, you froze.
Okay. Well, after Allen, number 5 would be Saquon Barkley, just because of the crucial role he had with the Giants turnaround. Number 1 rusher in the league entering week 11, though Lamar Jackson really gave me a lot to think about with that last spot. He's been making dynamic plays all year.
Well, I actually have right now 4 guys who I would five for debate. So here's the order I would go in. I got Josh Allen last. Why? Simply because I think he's going to get shut down.
Okay.
4, I'm going to have Jefferson. Jetta for obvious
Okay.
reasons. But with Kirk actually playing well, and again, newer head coach, the only time I actually saw something that was discombobulated was week 2 against the Eagles, and we know the run they've been on.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, I'm going with Tua because when he has,
Right.
as we've said it until we're blue in the face, when he starts and finishes a game, he's been a quarterback what many people wanted to be. Pretty much since he
Right.
was being tanked for by Miami and other teams. And if it wasn't for health related reasons, people would be praising this guy. And that's why people want him since his early Alabama days, is because of what you're seeing right now. But because of the injuries, I've got him at 3. Let's see. Number 2, I'm going with Tyreek Hill. Is simply because if you look at the yardage and if you look at his catches, when you add that 3 of the games did not involve Tua, the fact that he's still been that dominant and has still been, you could argue, let's just say top 2 wide receiver in the game. If you want to say Jetta's better, fine. But Tyreek Hill is putting up the numbers, and these quarterbacks aren't exactly desirable. They don't have much of a track record. Tua has no track record. Skylar's a rookie, and I'm sorry, Bridgewater, I rest my case. And number 1, Patrick Mahomes until proven otherwise. But if he keeps throwing some of these stupid late game interceptions, as people joked about, Kelsey's not open. What are you going to do? It's 3rd down and long. You got to make a play. Are you going to do something stupid or are you going to do something smart with it? It's plays like that where you just say, you're great, you got it going, but even if it's on 3rd down, don't be afraid of throwing the ball away. But some guys just don't have that instinct. Some people try to make the play work, and some people have to be smart and prideful enough to throw that ball away. That's the problem with Mahomes. He's not like Brady or Rodgers where they have no problem throwing the ball away. Mahomes is
Mm-hmm.
like, hey, I got an arm, I got a cannon, I got faith I could reach him. And well, lately he's been getting interception a game because he thinks he could make it, but luck runs out sometimes, man. I'm sorry. But I think we're both agreeing that a couple of things. One, it's not Mahomes' award cut and dry, but right now he's the leader. Number 2, a wide
Right.
receiver
I
could
would
win
agree.
this.
And it's a probable choice.
Number 2, a wide receiver could win this award.
It's possible.
It can. And number 3, the other two quarterbacks that are in line for this award, well, injuries are what's holding them back. But if we had to put in a fourth quarterback, if you had to put in a fourth quarterback, you probably got to throw in Jalen Hurts. And a fifth quarterback, like if this was like this is normally a quarterback award. If I had to do it for all quarterbacks, give me Mahomes, then Tua, then Allen, then Jalen Hurts, then Kirk Cousins.
Wow.
Jalen Hurts has momentum, so does Kirk Cousins. And it doesn't matter if it's prime time or not. Well, Kirk Cousins was competing with a top 2 quarterback in the league and basically outdueled him. This year seems to be his year. And again, outside of being prime time, this guy is shutting up a lot of people. I don't care how many chains he's got on. I don't care if he wears them on the plane, off the plane. I don't care how he tries to swear and not swear. This year, give him his flowers. He's earned it.
Right. Yeah, I didn't have Jalen Hurts on my list. In my opinion, while he's had a great year, he's also got a ton of help. And A.J. Brown came in. Sanders in the run game has been very good. Of course, Hurts plays his part in that. It's just a lot of great players going off in the league this year. I just think these other players I mentioned are more responsible for their team's success than Hurts might be, though that's not meant to be a slight to the year that he's had.
Anything to add for that topic?
No, I think that wraps it up.
All right. That's our last segment, right?
Yep, that wraps up our mid-season analysis. Thank you all for listening, and we'll see you next time.